What's the biggest WTF moment that you've had on a first date? I had a mediocre date at a small patio bar. He ordered an entire pitcher of sangria for himself while I had a beer. I switched to drinking soda after the beer once I realized he was going a little too deep on the drinking. As we are leaving, he projectile vomited partially on the hostess stand, most of it landing along a busy sidewalk. He also gets a fair bit on his shirt. I was worried about him in his current state and I offered to give him a ride home. We get to my car and I start to bring him home. He starts to talk about his hobby of knife collecting, mentioning that he has a couple on him right now. As we get closer to his house, he sees a couple of kids that look Middle Eastern and says, "I fucking hate all these sand niggers ruining my home." I stop the car about a block from his drop-off and ask him to leave. He scoffs and says to pull up a bit further, to which I tell him that this is as far as we go. Luckily, he leaves, and I head home. There was not a second date. The worst part is, he seemed so normal during our text conversations. Then the alcohol peeled back the facade and revealed who he really was. On the drive home, I kept thinking about how close I came to being alone with this drunk racist guy who was carrying multiple knives, started second-guessing my decision to even offer him a ride. Now I never offer to drive someone home on the first date anymore, no matter how bad I feel for them.